Why, hello there, fellow creature geneticists. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Voidling Bound, Episode 3, Evolving New Voidlings for our Entourage. So this is like an open world cleaning mission, where there's a bunch of corrupted points, and I have to clean them all. There is a completionist victory and a collector victory. And I'll just try to collect everything this time, because I just did a speedrun, so I'll do the gather as much as I can attempt now. So these are mines, which explode. They're like timed explosions. Really hurt a lot. Oh, and I found a golden egg. That'll be another interesting final form mutation. And we're also starting to find new enemy types. So these are like bomber enemy types that stand at a distance and try to barrage us with artillery. So I did pick up a golden egg so far and a mutagen. I didn't check how many collections there were to do here. So without actually knowing the goal, I might not get everything, but... Is this a roguelite? No, it is not. Alright, that cluster is taken care of. There's healing there, not that I need it. And with how large this section of the map is, it's going to be hard to get everything. Now, I really only need to get the mutagens and the golden eggs. That's like the collector's bonus, but here's a silver egg, I think? Which it won't have the fully evolved types that the golden eggs do, but regardless, they can have like stronger base stats, things like that. And if you're wondering, there is breeding and animal breeding and gene splicing and all sorts of other features that I've yet to unlock. So it's one of those like, we'll get there when we get there. And I just got another golden egg, so this map had at least 2. Got it. Another egg. As you can see, the bombers are really annoying if you leave them uncontested. And we've almost cleaned this area. Now, maps with a lot of verticality, the Snowbird is going to benefit because it's very mobile and can fly better than most. So it was a pretty good pick for this map, given how much terrain traversal I have to do. You know, if you want to go everywhere, it'd be a lot harder to do that. And then, I mean, not that you've seen the attack set of the Gillick, but the Gillicks are not birds. So, as one might imagine, they don't have the kind of mobility that a Quipec, this type of bird, has. I don't want to do the last cleansing zone. This map has 3 of them, because I want to try to collect everything possible first. And the cryogenic mutagens might allow us to level up our Gillick that we got, where they are going to be more combat ready, even at level 1, with some of the final mutagen perks. So before I start cleaning this area, let's go to the other side of it and try to collect everything that's obviously out in the open. Might have gotten most. I'm not seeing anything obvious. Music's very chill. Yeah, there's some soundtracks that come in later that I think are like legitimately very good. This is sort of like just the passive ambience, but you know, if I keep pushing through the story, you'll get, you know, more regions and zones and soundtracks that are actually quite the bop. Alright, so cleaned all the individual zones. Time to fight the big one. Experimental drone. So I see that there were some like plants that I hadn't yet to collect out there, but I'm not going to be able to do it now that I'm in a boss fight. Now, lucky for me, this is a ground-based boss, so I can actually use my ultimate ability, because when they're flying, it doesn't land so good. Oh, ouch. I almost have my ultimate again. Not quite, but not that far off. Alright, drone, you're dead. Picked up more cyber element. And then, of course, we'll also have some golden eggs to hatch at the end of this, because I did pick those up. So I'm going to trigger the raffle timer. It's up now. And just try to collect anything that I very obviously missed. But I have 5 seconds, so I won't be able to do a lot of it. Now, the other thing we see is this is like Lord Orion's subspecies there. You know, having... So I didn't get all the collections. We missed a mutagen. And then I wasn't trying for speedrun. Alright, lab data is secure. It's time to discuss the matter. So much data to sift through. Not too impressed at the moment. I see why they required me to oversee this mission. My faith in GenLife's competence wanes with each page. Yet, I will scrutinize every record to identify what might help our Voidlings counter the Legion. One entry, however, caught my attention. A classified file referencing another GenLife installation on a distant planet called Solemn. I was not aware of any facilities operating so far away from the local system. Intriguing and troubling? Rachel and I agree it would be wise to visit those grounds to see what the truth are still hiding from us. The pilot has the coordinates and stands ready for your signal. For once, commendable work, Wrangler. Hey, for once. That's us. We're commendable. Barely. So, in the Atlas terminal, there is still, of course, a bunch of side activities that I do intend to do. And this is the first of its kind, where we fight both Legion spawns and Genbots. Which is interesting. So, they're not weak to the same thing, so we'd have to pick one element. I'll speak to Rachel, too. Your Voidling takes hits out there, and you'll need more than good Wrangler instincts. You'll need better gear. It's time to utilize my engineering background to work on some upgrades, such as a more potent formula for the biogel, a faster dispersal rate, or simply more charges. Leon might disagree, but I'm going to need some research samples to work with. You focus on keeping your partner alive in the field, and I'll make sure your Space Wrangler tech keeps up with your fight. So if we take a look here, there is assignments that Rachel has, like collect 5 mission stars, or eliminate 300 Legion spawns, which gives rewards, depending. So like collect 30 mission stars gives a whole lot of like elements. And then upgrades. So healing gels are 100% more effective. And then we gain additional upgrades as a Wrangler rank goes up for other like bonuses. So more biogel to be able to heal twice in a mission, or so on and so forth. All right. Without spoiling too much, every single person on this ship, for the most part, will also have their own sort of like upgrade tree, much the way that Rachel just reviewed or revealed hers, allowing you to upgrade the hatchery, the research facilities, you name it. But let's do some hatching here as the raffle timer is ticking up. So we got 2 golden eggs and some silvers and standards. And we'll have to hatch. They hatch in packs of 5, so we'll have to do it twice. So we've got a Queepec with a little extra recuperation, an experimental Guigoon, and a Telluric Gillick. So these two are like from the golden eggs that are fully evolved, and then a strong Guigoon and a regular Guigoon. On the second batch, a Queepec, a Guigoon, and a Queepec. And this Guigoon is a little agile. My Wrangler rank went up because we found a whole bunch of new things. So if we take a look here, let's move. So this experimental Guigoon has a special mutated perk which increases the research points dropped on kill, which is pretty good. And it has bouncing blast routine. Unleash a blast that damages nearby enemies. On hit, grants a minion charge. Goon Squad roll. Spawns minions that attack nearby enemies with damaging dealing blast. Minions health and fire scale rate scales with the owner's attributes. An aerial pull. Shooting a projectile and then you sort of like teleport to it. Evasive acrobatics, which makes you like invulnerable. And then an ultimate ability of Tumbling Frenzy. Unleash a chaotic swarm of high damaging self-destructing explosive minions. Basically, they're like a minion controller. And then let's name it. It is now the Enthek. And I'll give you strength, I guess. And then the Telluric Gillick is going to be named Omri. And its abilities are Thornblast. Shoots 7 projectiles that have a 50% chance to apply poison. Leap, slam into the ground, creating a crater that does poison. So it's a poison in one, and its special mutated perk is on block, release a wave of projectiles that poison enemies on hit. Got it. I'll do strength as well. So these guys are fully upgraded and can't be invested in any farther. All right, one thing I wanted to do is to... No, we lack one more fire perk. Okay, got it. So if we take a look at the front console here, this is the cockpit that can travel to Solemn, which is the new zone that had the other lab, the Gen Life lab that Leon wanted to go to. Meet with Michael before Solemn's briefing. Our pilot got a promotion from Leon to oversee an important matter. Look at that, Wrangler. Promoted by the galaxy's #1 scientist. Guess that makes me your scientifically certified Voidling trainer. In short, I make sure those Voidlings keep spinning that wheel. Gotta keep them moving. Back when I was a kid, my dumb hamster thought he was spinning for fun. Truth is, little guy was training hard. Same deal here. Go try the wheel. Don't let your Voidlings slack off in the vivarium. Send them my way, and I'll make them stack with that sweet experience. So what he does is he will level up your pets in the training room. So if this hamster wheel essentially has a training level cap of 5. So let's put Enthak through it. We'll spend 200 research points. It will take 3 minutes 20 seconds, and Enthak will run this wheel until he goes from level 1 to level 5. And in effect will match the level experience of Lord Orion. Now, Lord Orion wouldn't be able to go through the wheel because this wheel has a max level of 5. Speak with Rachel. Welcome to Solemn, Wrangler, a breathtaking sight, but also a dangerous one. This minor planet is far harsher than Vireo. Apparently, Gen Life once operated a secret facility here, but that black hole disrupts our radars, making it impossible to scan the surface. The only way forward is to send your Voidlings in and uncover what the instruments can't. The planet was corrupted by the Legion long ago. Life still lingers somehow, though we've yet to detect any Voidlings. Your task is twofold. Uncover traces of Gen Life activity and eradicate the Legion whenever possible. If Voidlings remain trapped in this decay, we must save them. And if Solemn hides no Gen Life secrets, it may yet grant us new allies. Good luck out there. So, we don't necessarily have to keep doing Solemn missions, because if you hit Q and E, you can see that I can go back to Vireo, which I intend to, because Solemn starts at like level 8, and yeah, I'm not quite there yet. So let's do some of the older side activities. And one of the advantages of these older side activities is it's going to let me level up like lower level stuff without, getting them killed. So I'm going to send Zatse to this side activity. And then I'm also going to release any level 1 commons that I don't want. Keeping the Carapin, who's a level 1 common, but we haven't had a Carapin yet. The other thing I could potentially do is let's see the evolutionary path of this Carapin. So Carabin can go on the left, organic, and on the right, cryo. Let's have you choose. So the Carapin The organic hairpin is highly effective against Legion and something else, and the cryo is against something and genbots. Have you choose between the two? And I would like to start using a variety of critters to show you off like how they fight and what they're like. So let's go ahead and do a cryo carabin. We do have a lot of cryo points saved up. And my regular rank went up as a result. Good. Alright. So, primary attack. On the left, we have shoots a burst of 5 high-damaging projectiles in quick succession at a high fire rate. And on the right, we have shoots a burst of 3 projectiles that stick to the target and explode once the target has 7 projectiles stuck on them. The explosions will give a frostbite stun on enemies. So this one is good against more like crowds, and this one's good against like individual, which is the flowing stream or the snow sling. And while you vote on that for a moment, now that I'm a slightly higher level Wrangler, we can also see if this upgrades. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to buy the Biogel expansion, so we have 2 healing charges instead of just the 1. I think that will be pretty important. And then Michael also... Hey there, Wrangler. Did your Voidlings try the wheel yet? Burning off that belly fat? So what he's saying is he can allow us to expand the gym with research points. So we can add an additional beginner machine, and then we get better gym stuff as we level up our Wrangler rate. And then there's also assignments. So if we reach max level on a 1 Voidling through gym training, like we get 1,000. And you can start working on these assignments to try to maximize your research points. But here we go. Training is complete. And now Enthak is level 5. And I'm going to do the same thing with Omri here. Because it's going to be hard to determine whether we like that type of critter if they're like level 1, because at level 1 they're just not very powerful. So it looks like we're going to go for the single target frostbite stacking ability on the right here. So let's put this... Oh, and then this Carapin also is going to need a name, so I'm going to kick that off too. Going for the sling. Alright, next up. Left and right. So on the left, for a secondary ability, we have Slushy Feats. Toss an explosive that leads a damage over time puddle that applies frostbite. And on the right, we have Toss an explosive that detonates after a long delay, granting an armor stack. So one frostbites them, and the other armors us up. That's the left and right. And I intend to, I kind of wanted to use the Gillick, because we got it in kind of sequence. But, I'm going to use the Carapin next for the robot mission that we have. And I'll just level up some generic damage. It doesn't have them anywhere near where the Queepec birds are at. But at least they'll be a little bit stronger. So it looks like we're going to do Frostbite all the way. Got it. It's a double Frostbite. Boom. And that is as far as we can go, but I'll read off the last mutagen perk. So for the last mutagen perk that we can't unlock yet, we have Unleash a devastating attack, shatter and blow, striking a Frostbite stun enemy with a melee attack. So it does a lot of damage if they're frostbitten. And this one gains fire rate based upon missing health. I think I know what you would end up voting on, but, you know, it's too soon to say. How much longer we got here? 1 minute. This next mission is a frost mission, so we'll try the melting Carapin, and we'll give it a name in a minute. I haven't forgotten about you, Snarf. I know you feel overlooked, I'm sure. But yeah, I'd like to showcase, like, at least every critter once. I have my personal favorites, but, you know, that aside. So let's do this side mission, which is on the precipice. And we'll have to name it later. So I'm going to give you strength. So, Carabin brings ironclad defense and precise damage to your arsenal. Shred enemy at a distance with your primary attack and prevent it from closing in with your secondary ability. Grenades bring up a barrier that blocks projectiles with your defensive ability and hold the fort against any threat. So here, as you can see, the like shot wall. And then the frost grenade thing. And being level 1, I am at a little bit of a disadvantage, so it's not like a perfect way to assess skill or ability of the Carapins, because like a lot of my other pets have a lot more research points invested and are either higher level or, you know, in a more final form, like the Snowbird. But we do have our ultimate now. And automated overseer. So this is the big showdown. With a pet that's going to be named Devil Dog. Oh, nice. I leveled up. Kaboom! Okay, I didn't hit that very well, but... Stop it. Reload quicker. It's definitely a type of critter, a voidling, that like could benefit from recuperation, given the downtime between spells is pretty long. But it's nuking. It's like long-range spit nuking is very strong. It's what's done a huge percentage of the Overseer's health. And I'm sure you've also noticed, but my healing charge, my biogels, I have more charges than I did before. So I have 2 charges, not that I used either, but I have 2 charges that I could rely upon, you know, if things went south. There we go, a Carapin fight. Alright, Double Duck. We outlasted the boss. And we got some more mutagen points. So let's invest these if we can. leveling up our Wrangler rank and unlocking more stuff. So, the Melting Carapin can get its mutated perk, and then we have enough to give a mutated perk to Lord Orion as well. So we'll do both before going forward. So left and right. Oh, and I'll name you too. But left and right, here we go. So, again, the left is a devastating shattering blow when striking a frostbite stun enemy with a melee attack. And on the right is gain fire rate when we get hurt. It's called warm up or shattering blow. Ooh, it's nearly tied. So if you haven't voted yet, feel free to do so. I'll pick one in a sec. Looks like we'll say shuddering. Ooh, nope. It's tied up. The slush carapin or the steaming carapin. All right, we're gonna go with this one. And you are fully evolved. And you can see my my Wrangler rake has gone up as well. Having a fully evolved one. So the other one that we're going to do is Lord Orion's final form as well. We have enough mutagen points for that too. So, reminder, on the left, heal when reloading, and on the right, heal when sprinting. So left is heal when reloading, right is heal when sprinting. And while you vote on that, I am going to take a look at the other missions. We also have an egg to hatch, so I'm going to hatch that egg. And then we didn't get a fire perk for Snarf. Unfortunately, but maybe next match. Another Gillick. Basic Gillick with like no stats, I think. So releasing for the extra research points. I'm actually surprised by the results of this poll. I thought healing when reloading would win, but I was wrong. So let's do heal while sprint, and that will be this bird's final form. Now, if you're wondering, there is a game mechanic, little spoiler, but there's a game mechanic later on that allow you to like undo some of these choices. But we haven't unlocked that yet, so it's moot for a while. So there we go. Final form of Lord Orion is done. Now, the next pet I showcase, we've just done Devil Dock. Let's go ahead and do Enthax while we level up Snarf. So I'm going to put Snarf in the gym because I want to just show like every critter, and most of them are pretty low level, and I don't have a lot of research points invested in their subspecies or species. So I need to do like easier level missions to kind of showcase them. So now we're going to use the Minion Master. The Gwigoons. Alright. Over on the secondary ability, I'm going to do minion attack range and then more the merrier. And that's all the points I'm going to spend, probably. Maybe minion count for the ultimate ability. That's it. Save the rest of my points. And let's... What element were you? You are unelemented. So you, I'm going to give a little vitality, a little strength. And let's see where is it appropriate to bring you. Let's try... No, this is a little bit high level. I'll try the Secret Stronghold while I go for performance, I guess, and try to... I don't... yeah, we'll go for performance. So the Goons summon goon squads, essentially like a lot of minions to do damage. My 2 cents, they're one of the more powerful critters and pretty easy to use if you spec them right. So it's a mischievous skirmisher that unleashes minions on enemies and can like teleport with projectiles, which is this spit attack. This might not be the right critter to use for a speedrun, though, because I can't spit up there. So instead, maybe what I'll do is I'll do a look for that last mutagen I missed. Because I missed something before. And this is absolutely not how I would personally design a Guigoon. In playtesting, I had some Guigoons that were like functionally immortal and like could kill everything near instantly. They were kind of OP, but not this type. Although I won't spoil it. I'll still let you guys pick how to evolve. But they have like an invulnerability sort of dash. And then minions on the right click. And then their ultimate ability is like a swarm of minions. So we already got this. This was previously a gold egg. As you can see now, it's just a collectible plant, because once you collect the higher value collectibles, you can't farm them for very obvious and understandable reasons. Now, you can increase your chance to get, like, silver eggs on missions. There's a, upgrades for that later on. But, like, golden eggs are kind of special and predetermined. A Mogwai that can summon minions, they push the joke too far. I'm gonna say they push the joke just right. I haven't found that other mutagen yet. I ought to do a better job of it. So at the moment, I'm just like cleaning. So where might it be? Also keep in mind, like, I basically have invested almost no research points into the Guigoon. Whereas, like, the Queepec, the birds I started with, obviously have a ton of invested points. And it's only important to note because the Queepecs should be a lot more powerful given the amount of research points I've dumped into him. So when you're trying to, like, measure what is stronger, you know, I would say that's a really important component that is easily overlooked, is how much have you invested. Okay, where is this last mutagen? I forget. And then I fell off the cliff. Oh, maybe it's inside here. I don't think I went to this building last time. Oh, no, I did, because there was a golden egg in here. If I can't end up finding it, it's not a big deal. It's like, mutagens are farmable. So I don't want to waste too much time looking for something I can't manage to find. I'd rather just complete the round, show you what a Guigoon's fight set is somewhat like, and then move on to a new type of critter. So let's go ahead and do that. Get my healing. And summon the boss. Now, interestingly, this is, I'm like fully evolved and elementless, which also puts it at a little bit of a disadvantage as well. There we go, ultimate ability, where I summon in swarms of suicidal Guigoon goons. And now I'm just like exploding on this thing's head over and over. Yeah, what's up? Can't get me up here. You don't have any up attacks, do you? Oh, I guess you hit me there. This poor drone is like, the hell? I wasn't designed for this. No, you weren't, dude. Not at all. Gotta evolve to survive, little man. I'm just head camping you. Nope, it's, alright, we have artillery. You! No one invited you. And is dead. So that would be like an elementless Guigoon, and I intend to, you know, add elements to that thing later on. Or not to that specifically, because it's fully evolved, but like to other Guigoons. Alright, so that's the Guigoon. Let's go fetch Snarf. I have two different Gilliks. One I evolved, and the other I got and hatched. But I completed an assignment. Nice. Gain 10 levels through the gym. Sweet. Let's go ahead and train up. You know, I'm not gonna. Well, yeah, we could play Zatsei. I think what I'm gonna do is train up Zatsei. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Minute and 40. Okay, that'll be quick. So that's what the Guigoon's fight set's like. And let's do Snarf's fight set. So Snarf, you are a fire attack. You're going to be best against the blooms. So let's see. I'm going to do like a wave survival round. Just a cheap one, because we should get some fire element as a result, being able to add a mutated perk. Oh, before that, at least invest a little bit of points into the Cerebrum. You know, it's not really fair if I don't. So leap and smash. Let's do leap speed and knock enemies back on hit, and then projectile count and damage, accuracy, fire range, and fire rate. Leap, distance, damage, radius. Okay, that's some points invested. Thank you for tuning in to Voidling Bound, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wranglers.